Well, I'm here with Lady Sidra. So, hello.
Hello, lovely to meet you again. I know you from Gateway Radio.
Of course, it's Sidra, of course. And this being said, how I got involved in this autism reality experience is through Team AV Essex, which we've been doing as a community since 2018, it has to be said there. So you must have enjoyed the experience going on the Autism Reality Experience bus today.
I enjoyed it, but it was really difficult. I couldn't even get the instructions because there was just so much sensory overload in there. You know, lights going off, and there was a horrible smell in there. And then, you know, big clock ticking, and, you know, the instructions were really, really difficult.
It can be difficult as well, especially even with someone with autism. This still can be difficult, especially for someone that's not on the autistic spectrum as well. But this is what, in conjunction with what Team AV Essex do, which is called Aston's Way, where we go around throughout the county of Essex to try and raise awareness for autism within the county of Essex as well. When it's not just like schools or home, police service, fire service, name it all really. That's what we do it for, is to promote and raise awareness for autism here. And hence the book, From a Tear to Here as well, which you're 3/4 of the way through.
Yes, I've read that 3/4 of the way through, and it's absolutely brilliant. What a wonderful, wonderful, you know, progression to where you were before and how far you've come. It's absolutely brilliant.
So getting an insight with autism on this bus, and also seeing someone with autism, does it make you feel like, yes, I can see where they're coming from, someone with autism here?
Oh, definitely. It makes you understand people a little bit more better. With the people who've got autism, definitely. The sensory overload. I can understand the smell more. That's something that struck me the most. I've never understood why an autistic person, you know, who there's certain smells they really don't like, because I actually felt like running out on one of the spray that went off in
there. So obviously the spray must have been like, phew.
Yeah. And the other one is simple instructions. There was no, the structures, they were just bombarded with so many, and I couldn't decipher all the instructions. It was really difficult, and now I understand you have to give very short, simple instructions, one at a time, not all in one go.
Oh, exactly, especially with like the background noise, etc. Because you've got someone with autism, they could end up like hearing things and then suddenly can't hear what's being said.
Yes, and I did not manage to do the tasks either. I only had 1 minute, and I just about managed to open the box because of all the sensory problems with the gloves on. I couldn't open the box, and when I did, by the time I'd done that, there was so much anxiety I'd forgotten what I had to do.
Now, not only is this part of Aston's Way for Team AV Essex, what Team AV Essex do, Sidra, is also do a pamper project where we give out like a hamper to those unsung heroes who've done a lot to help out within the community, whether that's nurse, teacher, or individual that's done raising awareness or looked after someone that's ill, etc.
Yes.
Which is nice to give back to the community.
That's absolutely brilliant. That's really, really great. So are you now going to show me around?
I will do.
The school?
Oh yes, because I've been part of Danse Fantastique for quite some time, and that's what we're going to do next.
Excellent. I'm really looking forward to that.
Weather's coming in, isn't it, really? But Moira, this is Lady Sidra. And
Hello, pleased to meet you.
Oh, lovely to meet you.
I have been reading
coming.
up all about you in Aston's book.
Oh,
You're a heroine, aren't you? Because you did
about
so
that.
well. You did so well.
Well, I don't know whether you can put a title heroine over it, but yeah. Okay.
It's absolutely brilliant.
and basically, Moira's been running the school for how long?
32 years.
That's amazing, isn't it? Amazing.
We started very small, and then obviously as the years grew, and what we found was that it was initially just for special needs, but siblings started, can we join, can we join? So in most cases, we had separate classes for the siblings, and that grew and grew until we are and do what we do today.
And that's amazing. I think integration is very important, because children then who are not on the autistic spectrum can understand different types of children and understand them as well. And at the same time, it's really, really boosts up confidence of autistic children who can then mix with other children.
That's exactly what I wanted initially. I wanted it to be something that ordinary children, for want of a better word, but able-bodied children could come in and associate and mix with these children, make friends with them, so that when they're out, they're not staring. And it's in the beginning in particular, when society wasn't as accepting as it is now, and there was a big difference, people would say, oh no, and we'd go to competition and somebody would get hold of their child's hand and pull them away from us because I had Down syndrome, I had autistic children, I had all sorts of children in my group.
Yes.
And it took years before we were accepted with the rest of the community.
Yes.
The ISTD, Trinity, which are the associations that we use as an examination board, I still struggle with them.
Yes. And can I ask you what made you start a special class up for children with special educational needs?
It's trial and error, yeah? If you've got a child that can be mixed with an able-bodied group, it's an easy thing to do. But if you've got a child with extra needs, then initially you can't mix them because it distracts, and you have to put them. I look at it like they come to me, I assess them, okay, well we can't put that in with everybody else at the moment, but we'll give them a class on their own, and we'll train them to get used to coming and to behaving in the class and what's expected, because like all genres, there are disciplines that they have to learn, and some children with special needs find it very difficult to accept that. So we have to approach it from a different angle, and we come at it differently. And then we get to a stage where I say, okay, let's give it a try. We'll dip our toe in and see if they can be mixed with another group.
And did you have to go on special training to understand about autism, for example, or ADHD or dyslexia? Did you have to go on
I'm a
any
dyslexic.
Right, yourself.
So my school experiences were horrendous.
I see.
And
that's what gives you the passion then to help other people who've got the same.
When I left school, if I hadn't have been going to a theatre school and hadn't been achieving there, I would have left school and probably failed in the workplace as well, because my confidence was non-existent. I had no self-esteem at all. But of course, that was in the school environment. But when I went to theatre school,
you thrived.
I was thriving.
And this is exactly what I was speaking to you about. If you can find the talent there, because that person may not be good at certain things, but really good at other things.
Excels at others.
And if you can find that talent that they're good at, that is what is the key, really, to their life and boost up their confidence.
It's something which has been, that was on my mind for a number of years, and I felt very strongly as time was going on that I was being pushed into that direction, and it was kind of a jump and hold my nose and see what would happen. And that was mostly because the dance associations and the drama associations were anti-special needs. The dance associations were very much, well, if you can't achieve excellence, then
you can't achieve in this either. That's an awful way to think, isn't it?
It is, but honestly, to go to all of these, you know, these teacher conferences, I was a pariah because nobody would speak to me because I work with special needs, and that's, you know, that's nothing. Every time we entered exams, they would question, well, you've entered these children, you know, why have you put them on the green paper, which is supposed to be, you know, what you enter special needs under.
But luckily now, with all the autism bus and everything, we've got a lot more awareness. Because I'm a SENCO, Special Needs Coordinator.
All right.
I have been for over 22 years now. And at the beginning, there was very little knowledge of special needs children.
No, that's right.
So now there is just so much knowledge, isn't there?
Yeah.
And
And I've just seen actually a picture of
Her Majesty.
Her Majesty the Queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to say, I've been in bits. Yesterday I was
Yes.
uncontrollable. I couldn't
know.
stop crying
Yes.
at all.
I've been very depressed as well. Hence, I'm in black now for 10 days. I don't usually wear black, but I'm in plain black now for 10 days until the funeral.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. And I shocked myself. I went to church yesterday lunchtime to my local church, and it was packed. And I walked in and I was quite shocked. I thought, oh, right, okay. And I was upset when I walked through the doors, but by the time the service had finished, I was on my knees. I couldn't.
I know, it's very difficult because we've always had her and she's been a very big icon, really. You know, she held the whole country together.
She
really,
did.
didn't she?
She did. And I said to a friend last night, I feel like I've lost my mum all over again. So this, we've only been in here since March last year. All right. This is a dream come true. So this building gives me 3 studios and a drama studio. Upstairs we have a singing studio and offices, and we have the reception here. But we also have changing rooms for the children, which we've never had before.
Excellent.
So-
And where were you before you got this building?
The Salvation Army Hall, we've always rented premises, which has been difficult because you have to run to what
Their requirements are. And this is
that's-
excellent that now you've got your own place.
absolutely. We had rented before we bought this, so we had a period of time in the Salvation Army Hall, various schools, which was incredibly expensive and very restricting because I couldn't just do a program. It had to be within what they said we could have.
Yes.
But of course now I can call rehearsals whenever I like. The show we have in October at the Town Gate, I've been able to do a summer school. I've been able to do all of those rehearsals extra on top, which has been, it's been amazing. It's been really
So
good.
I think you're your own boss.
Yes.
Really, with your own place, much better, isn't it?
Oh
Having your
gosh,
own
yes.
place.
And I feel like it gives us a bit more of a professional look to what we do. You know, there's so many times parents would say, oh well no, I'm going to take her to a proper theatre school. Oh, okay. We are, but now we've got the building, people don't say that anymore.
That's true.
Because
That's
we've
true.
got the building.
Because it's a purpose-built building, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes. Yeah, and we worked tirelessly during August to do the redecoration, and that was hard work. So when everybody was sunning themselves, I was in here working. So yeah, but let me show you around because I'm very proud of this building.
Okay.
Okay, so if you follow me, I'll take you on a tour.
Excellent.
So this is the drama studio. So
Excellent.
it isn't a large
It's
room.
very bright, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
but it gives us an opportunity to do solo work,
Yes.
to do duet work, and at the moment they're practicing for their Trinity exams in November.
Okay.
So we do drama classes on a Wednesday evening, and I do drama on a Saturday as well.
That's great. That really boosts up confidence, doesn't
Oh,
it, of students?
absolutely.
Drama does.
And you know, forgive me, but it also teaches children to speak because they
Yes.
have a Basildon accent,
Yes.
which is hard on the ears.
Right. Okay.
So we have our own dressing room, which is great because
That's really nice.
yes, they've
It's quite big in
yeah,
here,
it's a bit
isn't
of a mess actually because they just drop everything.
But that's understandable, isn't it?
So yes,
That's really nice. They've got their own dressing room. It's great.
we get the boys to use the toilet, but they hang all of their stuff up in here.
Yes.
And the adults classes in the week,
Yes.
they like to be able to use this to change their shoes and what have you. So it's yes, it's nice. And we have even the babies like using the dressing room.
It's nice, it's special because it's custom made for them, isn't
Yes,
it? So.
yes. So if you come this way, it's a bit noisy because we are rehearsing for for our show Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future's in central London at the moment.
Yeah, we're not doing Back to going on. LDF is going Back to the Future,
yes,
because we were supposed to be doing Shrek,
right,
but the money we had for Shrek we had to use to get us through the lockdown.
I would love to come and watch
I'll send
any
you a
of your
ticket.
shows.
I'll send
I
you a
would love to
ticket.
come and watch.
For Shrek we had to use to get us through the lockdown.
I would love to come and watch
I'll send
any
you a
of your
ticket.
shows.
I'll
I
send you
would
a
love to
ticket.
come and watch. I love
Absolutely.
Shrek and I love Back to the Future. I grew up with Back to the Future. I watched all the 3
Oh, that's your
movies.
era.
Yeah, that's my era.
So this is
Oh wow, this is
Studio
huge.
1
This is huge.
and Studio 2. So this is our mixed abilities musical theatre class on Saturday. So these are all Trinity grade 8 and 7 students.
Very unique. I haven't seen anything like this. It's very, very unique. The way you've done it, it's amazing.
They work very well together. They're not phased by working alongside somebody, and they're very accepting.
Yes.
When a new student starts,
Yes.
they're very understanding, even though they've reached this standard and they are ready to go further.
I love their personalised t-shirts. They're lovely. The same as the dance school name. It's great.
Yes,
To get those especially made.
yes, it's part of their uniform. So for musical theatre, they're allowed to wear their tights and their shorts and their black leggings, but their t-shirts and
Part of the uniform. Very professional, isn't it? Yeah. And all different ages as well.
yes.
All different ages. There's adults as well.
Most of my special needs have been with me from this age, so 4, 5 years of age. Now, because they've been with me so long, my special needs don't leave.
That just shows how much they enjoy coming.
Yes, and so these girls here, they will get to university level and they will leave me to go on to do whatever they're going to do. But my special needs, they won't.
They stay. That just shows them, doesn't it? Just how welcome they feel and they feel included. That's amazing.
Which is
That's
why
why Aston's still here, aren't you?
Yeah. Which is why I started the academy. Well, I've just put the prospectus together for the academy, because they get to 19 in the SM world, and there's nothing apart from day centres.
There isn't. You're right. Yes.
So I didn't want my kids ending up in a day centre. Oh, sorry, it's my kids, because
They are your children, aren't they? Yeah.
I wanted to be able to offer them something. So now we've got the building, we've been able to put this together. So I've put a prospectus together and we're launching this academy, which hopefully will grow so that I can run it 4 days a week.
Yes.
And they'll do Trinity exams, they'll do a genre for dance, we're bringing guest teachers. They're going to learn to read and to write their own music with laser.
Oh, that's amazing. So there's just so much multi-talent going on
Yes,
here as well.
yes.
Across
There should be something for everybody. And the group that I've got for music is called Time, and they're going to teach. So if I've got somebody that wants to learn the piano or keyboard or guitar, I can provide that as well, which is, for me, that's really quite exciting, because then I don't have to say, I don't really do music.
Yes. So within your school, you're actually tapping into other talents as well. So it's actually cross-curricular. So you mentioned about music lessons.
Yes, now I'm not in a position to offer music lessons with my after school part of the school, but with the academy I can, because I'll be able to buy teachers in and there'll be more time. So I have contacted this an amazing group. They're called Time, and they work with special needs children, or teenagers, and they offer them an opportunity to be able to learn music, to write their own music with laser, to learn to play an instrument. So when people phone me up here, they'll say, you know, my son, my daughter is autistic, but she's really into music. Okay, is she into dance?
Yes.
Well, yeah, don't know. So they bring them along, and 9 times out of 10, they're not interested in the dance.
Right.
They want to do the
There's
music.
so many different aspects
Yes.
of music and dance, isn't there?
Yes.
So, like you said, the drama as well.
Yes.
So,
The drama is something which I have found very, very useful with working with special needs. They learn not just to act, but as I said to you earlier, they learn to speak. It's speech therapy within the drama class.
and confidence as
Yes.
well.
And then we added singing.
Right, so how many dance studios are there?
We have 3 dance studios because Studio 1 can be split into 2.
Right.
So on a Saturday morning we have back-to-back classes starting at 9 o'clock. So I have classes running in Studio 1, Studio 2 and Studio 3.
Right, let's have a look at Studio 2. And are these all the shows?
Yes, this is the Rogues Gallery.
Right, okay.
So these are all the shows that we have done.
Excellent. And
Um,
Tangate Theatre.
Yes,
Brilliant.
that's home from home as far as we're concerned.
Yes.
So
Oh,
yeah.
the Wizard of Oz as well.
Yes.
I must come and watch some of these. Oliver, that's quite a big one, isn't it?
Oh, we've done this one.
Yes.
Was one of the first big shows that I did.
Right.
And I trained with Liz Robertson, who married Alan J. Lerner, who wrote this, and she gave me the rights to be able to perform that.
Excellent.
And we took it to the Edinburgh Festival.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it
That's
was. It
absolutely
nearly killed me,
amazing.
but yeah. Okay. So we won't go into Studio 2 because that's too noisy, but that would be Studio 2. This is Studio 3. Sorry guys, this is Studio 3. That young man sitting on the table, Flynn,
Yes.
he started with me 2.5 years ago. Yes.
They all look so happy. That's the other thing.
No,
I
they're a
noticed.
miserable lot. Yeah. So this studio we use for adult classes, adult ballet classes on Monday, and we start at 2.5 years of age.
Okay.
So I have Melody Bear classes on a Saturday morning.
Excellent.
And we do the primary and the grade 1 ballet and tap in here.
Yes.
So it's, we're very blessed to be in a position to have this facility. We've enjoyed being in here, haven't we guys?
Yes.
Yeah. We have fun in here, but we work hard.
But also, we always have fun.
We always have fun, yes. And this young lady here is Holly. Have a little wave, Holly. And again, Holly is Flynn's sister, but she started, oh gosh, wasn't she 3? She was 3 when she started. And during the summer, she walked up a mountain in Wales to raise money for their Christmas ball.
That's amazing.
So
I have just climbed up the O2.
Oh,
Yeah, just on Saturday last week to raise money. I raised £5,000.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, so I was very pleased
That's
about
really,
that.
yes.
It's hard work, especially at
Did
my
you look
age.
down?
I did look down. It wasn't bad, but yeah, it was hard. I think halfway through I felt like giving up, but the guide didn't let me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't do that. But yeah, It's no, we're very proud of her, and we're very excited because not only will it pay for the Christmas ball, they have a Christmas ball every year, and it's a black tie event, so they have to dress properly. And this year we'll have enough money to take the junior part of the school to see Beauty and the Beast, the ballet at the Tango. So that will be their Christmas tree.
That's amazing.
Theirs will be the ball.
Well, you look like you all have so much fun. If I was your age, I would have liked to have come here.
You've been very welcome. Very welcome. Okay, sorry guys.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so Le Danse Fantastique, that's French, isn't it?
It is French, and I chose that because ballet is taught in French. All the terminology is French, and I felt that it basically said what we are. We dance, and they are what they achieve is fantastic.
Yes.
And I wanted it to be related to dance.
Yes,
So the Danse
that's great.
Fantastique.
And you were talking about Aladdin, and you said it cost £58,000 to put that show on. That is an amazing amount
Eye-watering, isn't it?
of money. Yes.
Yes.
So what do you need the money for?
Well, first of all, the theatre, if I remember rightly, the hire of the theatre was 17,000. Then we had costumes on top. As you saw with some of my students, they're not all straight up and straight down. You know, they're all shapes and sizes, so we have to have the costumes made.
Right.
So that was a good £15,000 for costumes. Lighting and sound, we bought that in, and that was £8,000.
Right.
You know, it just goes up and up. But for me and for my staff, it's all about giving them an opportunity to show off the skills that they work so hard to achieve. And we like to give them as best of a West End opportunity as we possibly can. And yes, it turned out, or they always, thank God, turn out really, really professional, and everybody's quite amazed. People will
They
come
have
in.
to be really if they're going in the Towngate Theatre.
It was, they're people are always very impressed. As it comes to a crescendo, I'm bringing the whole school on, and the whole school finish
With a grand finale. That's excellent. You mentioned about one of your students who was with you from the age of 3, and now she's ended up with in a really big dance school.
Well, she was always exceptionally talented. One of the, sometimes when you get students and they just are absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
And she spoke to me and said that she wanted to go to drama school. Her ballet was beautiful, but she wanted to do drama. So we got her to Trinity Diploma Standard, and then she auditioned for Paul McCartney's Performing Arts School.
Amazing.
She got through, and she finished her first year and got to meet him.
We must get him to visit here as well.
Oh dear. And then her mum rang me and said that she has decided that she wants to go further with her drama. So she auditioned for the Birmingham Conservatoire, and she's got in there. She goes tomorrow. She leaves tomorrow for Birmingham. And I always say to Abby, when you're accepting your Academy Award, you need to say, this is all due to my drama teacher, Moira and John.
Because that's where it all began, didn't it?
And she just laughs. Yes. But yeah, it's nice to see them go on to do better things. And that's what the whole aim is. But obviously with my special needs, it's slightly different.
Yes.
Somebody like Aston can do more, but there is still a limit.
A limit, of course.
What they can achieve.
Yes.
Which is quite sad, and I don't like saying it really, but it is a fact of life. to do well in this industry, you have to be outstanding.
Yes.
And they are outstanding. And if people could see the beginning of the process, they would see how absolutely amazing they are. But actually, to be able to survive in my industry, maybe not. Basildon are turning the lights on this year, and we're going to be performing there.
Great.
So they specifically asked for Jersey Boys. It is hard to get people to know and understand where you are, and a lot we've struggled, but mostly because we take special needs. So little, you know, mum's not going to bring little Amy to a ballet class if the reception area has got a load of special needs sitting in there.
That's sad though, isn't it?
But it's fact. And they go, oh, well, you're just special needs, aren't you? Well, no, we're not. We're a mixed ability, and the whole idea is to teach your child the arts, to dance, to act, to sing, but also to appreciate the fact that not everybody in the world is the same.
Yes, of course.
And we have to be accepting, otherwise life doesn't gel, does it?
And everybody can't be good at everything.
No.
Everybody has a need somewhere, something that they're not good at, not so good at.
Everybody has, I'm a great believer in this, everybody has something that they are good at. You know, God gave everybody a talent in some way. It's just finding that talent. And being able to use it for the greater good. And that's how I feel. That's, you know, if you've got a talent, then you should be using it for the greater good. Because that's what life's all about. It isn't all about me.
This is so funny.
Yeah.